Shimano has always been known for crisp, consistent shifting. With the move to wireless, what performance benefits are riders likely to notice on the trail compared to either previous Di2 or mechanical groups?
There's a couple of things there. So, with electronic shifting, you're getting basically a disconnect from the action of pulling the cable. So, particularly like when you're shifting to an easier gear, like you can kind of feel the resistance change through the cable as the derailleur's like getting pushed back from the chain. That disconnect, though, maybe can be a good thing sometimes because it goes effortlessly. And I've found like if I'm going to race a bike, it's going to be a cross country race or usually like a marathon race. But I find myself shifting a lot more often now because it's a Hyperglide Plus system that shifts super fast and because it's so effortless to hit that shifter. And I've got like an old thumb injury, so it gets really, really hard to pull cable as I get deeper into a long race. But what's different, I mean, we kind of can call out Hyperglide Plus as a separate thing that the way that the chain interfaces with the teeth is a new unique system where like the inner plate on the chain is extended out past the roller. So that inner plate is touching every tooth and you can predict the way that the chain is going to move from cog to cog a lot better. So it allows for shifting under load, but also doing it super fast. And basically the key is, this is more when you're shifting to a smaller cog and accelerating, is that old systems for forever, the way that they had worked and kind of the foundation of Hyperglide, even been around since the 80s. But even before that, the way that a chain shifts is that it disengages with a cog and then it's kind of airborne for a split second and then it lands on the next cog. So that's why older drivetrains, you'd get that clunk, 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 especially if you're like adjusting it in the repair stand and you'd be looking for that like nice, satisfying clunk. Yeah. And the key to fast shifting under a lot of load is to just start driving the next cog before you've let go of the previous cog. And so the chain really wants to jump down to the next smaller cog. So it's basically having the chain grab onto, at some point it's going to be just a single tooth, right? Where like you need that tooth to rotate out of the way instead of letting the chain jump off to the inside. So you can end up with faster shifting because the derailleur movements are more precise and consistent and effortless, and you're more willing to do them with an electronic system. But the other part of like the shifting performance difference that we get compared to like our current mechanical systems is that the stabilizer mechanism in the derailleur is different. So the spring tension is considerably higher than it was before. And the difference there as it relates to shifting is that the upper pulley basically is bouncing around less. So as you're riding, it doesn't have to be like super rough terrain, like even on a gravel road, like that kind of natural vibration that's coming from your upper pulley, like that's what's guiding your chain around. So keeping it more consistently tucked up under the cassette with having lots of chain wrap around the cassette leads to faster, more consistent shifting. It was what opened the door to being able to do a 9-tooth cog because that shift from 11 to 9 is particularly easy for the chain to like jump forward a tooth and start doing damage. But the new derailleur design was really the reason that we could pull it off.